Hey everyone, what if personal growth had a shortcut? Now, today, as you can see by the title, we're going to be talking about curiosity. Now, if this makes you curious, I encourage you to stay till the end because I'm going to be sharing with you three main ways how this might be the secret ingredient that can supercharge your personal growth journey. Now, when we think about personal growth and transformation, we often think about self-discipline and good habits and resisting temptations and rewiring our mind. And those are all well and good. Those are excellent tools when you want to proactively start to take action on your goals. But I want to talk about today about curiosity. Because before we even start changing anything about our lives, before we start our self-improvement journey, before we even commit to changing or even recognizing that we even need to change, it all starts with curiosity. Now, if you watch my lives regularly or if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, you would know that I place a high value on self-awareness. In fact, self-awareness is one of my own personal top values, and I encourage everyone to commit to this in their lives as well, because I believe that every change, everything that you want to change, anything that you want to transform, you first have to be aware of where you're at before you take the step of where you want to go. And this is really, really important. Often people just shoot in the dark and try to do all these things all at once, not recognizing what their current capabilities are, what their current schedule is, what they're able to adapt to, what their resilience is, how easy and realistic that might be for them. And so that's where self-awareness is really important. But again, even before self-awareness, this is an important tool that we can use in our journey, which is curiosity. The first point I would like to make is that judgment is not something that's conducive to personal growth. In fact, self-compassion is. And this is exactly what curiosity allows us to do. When we judge, whether it's judging something about ourselves, or judging something about another person, or judging something about our environment or the systems, or anything that might be bothering you that you might be judging, what we're doing is we're closing the door to curiosity. And that is why judgment is the antidote to curiosity. So self-compassion is opening the door. But how do we get to self-compassion? It starts with curiosity. Now, curiosity isn't just great for overcoming self-judgment. It's also really good for creating space. How does curiosity create space? Well, think about the last time when you were curious about something. How were you feeling at the time? Did you feel like you already knew everything? You already had ideas about how it all worked? No. You probably had some gaps in your knowledge and gaps in your experience, and there was a sense of space, inner space that you had, that knowledge was now filling. And this exact space is something that we need in our everyday lives. Often this space is filled with things that are pleasurable in the moment. For example, social media, doom scrolling shorts. I'm personally guilty of that, and I'm not going to say I'm a fully healed person. I'm not going to say I'm at the end of my journey, because we're all on our own journey, and just recognizing where we're at and being able to admit where we're at is a strength in itself. So creating that space in your life, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through just silence, maybe you don't want to fill it with podcasts and music and stimulation and always wanting to be doing something. But having that space, that is what curiosity allows us to do. When you were curious the last time, you had a lot of space within you. You were able to absorb so much information, but you're not able to do that when that space is already filled with the daily tasks and the stresses of the day and your priorities and what's important to you, and I'm bored, so I need entertainment, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and all my hobbies, and every single time, every single empty sort of time slot in your life is filled with something. And we don't often think to clear this space. Actually, the opposite. We often try to fill this space with whatever we can. But this space is the cornerstone of personal growth. Because without being able to admit that you might be wrong about something or you might not know everything, you're not able to transform and have personal growth. If you already knew everything, then you would already be there, right? It does take a certain level of humility when it comes to personal growth and curiosity. The last point I would like to make is that it allows for connection. Now, this should be self-explanatory, but this is one of my favorite things. Connection is one of the 7 human needs that we all have. We also have things like safety and variety and love and connection and belonging. We have significance, we have purpose, we have contribution, we have growth. But connection and love and belonging, it's such a powerful human need. It's such a powerful human instinct that when you think about the worst thing that you can do to someone in the form of human torture is the social isolation that they send you to in prison. Because that is what a lack of connection does. It's the worst form of torture for a human being when we're not feeling connected. That is how important connection is, not only to our survival, but also for us to thrive. Now, this is going to be a really quick Facebook Live about curiosity. You're definitely going to be hearing more from me in terms of curiosity. And if you're curious about connecting with me further, I am actually active on YouTube and Instagram as well, so follow me there. And also, currently, I have a 90% off offer for my 4 weeks course, Before Doubt Wins, where we do weekly live classes with lots of interaction, lots of engagement, and access to a private Facebook community. So if you're ready for your self-transformation journey, you might even be filled with doubt, you might be filled with fear, or you might be feeling at a loss of direction. But you want to start getting clear on your values, you want to start gathering the tools it takes to take that action and then be supported throughout the process. This 4-week journey is for you. Now, if you're interested in learning more about it, I do have some clips from that on my Facebook page, Wellness with Zahra. So follow me there and check it out. Let me know what you think. I really hope to see you in my next one. Until then, stay well. Bye.